wake up one morning, and everything feels heavier than it did the night before. Not physically heavy. Something deeper. Something that lives beneath the chest and behind the eyes. The dreams you once carried now taste like regret. The ambitions you whispered to yourself in the dark have gone quiet. The mirror reflects someone you almost recognize. Someone who traded time for approval. Someone who sacrificed wonder for the illusion of safety. And beneath all of it, there is a whisper. A small, persistent, unbearable whisper. This is not the life you are supposed to live. So you silence it. You scroll. You work. You laugh at jokes that don't reach your eyes. You survive another day inside a life that doesn't feel like yours. Nietzsche once wrote that your second life begins the moment you realize you only have one. Most people never reach that moment. They live as though they are immortal. As though mistakes can be erased. As though dreams can be indefinitely postponed. As though time is something that happens to other people. But it is not. You are not taught how to live. You are taught how to obey. You were handed a blueprint before you even knew what you wanted. Study this. Work here. Want less. Be smaller. Fit the shape that was already carved out for you before you arrived. And you followed it. Not because you were weak, but because the pressure was enormous and the reward seemed real. Stability, acceptance, safety. But stability without meaning is just a comfortable cage. Nietzsche saw this clearly. He called it the herd instinct, the unconscious surrender of individual will to collective expectation, the slow death of the self dressed up as responsibility. He wrote that the person who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. What he left unsaid was darker. Most people never discover their why. They spend their entire lives buried beneath everyone else's how. You stay in jobs that hollow you out because leaving feels irresponsible. You stay in relationships that diminish you because at least they are familiar. You betray your own curiosity, your own fire, your own genius. All because someone somewhere might disapprove. And the people you are killing yourself to impress will not be at your deathbed wondering why you weren't more courageous. They will barely remember your name. They will certainly not remember your dreams. Then something cracks open. Maybe it is a loss. Someone you loved disappears, and suddenly time becomes terrifyingly visible. Maybe it is a betrayal so deep it cuts your identity loose from everything you thought you knew. Maybe it is just a Tuesday morning when you look at your life and feel nothing. Whatever it is, it shatters the illusion. And in that shattering, something extraordinary happens. You stop being afraid of failure. You become terrified of waste. The wasted days, the wasted courage, the wasted version of yourself that you kept locked away to make others comfortable. You stop asking for permission to be who you are. You stop apologizing for wanting more than what you are handed. You begin to understand, with a clarity that almost hurts, that no one is coming to save you. No perfect moment is arriving. No final warning will be delivered. There is only this breath, this day, this irreplaceable, unrepeatable moment. This is it. Nietzsche developed one of the most terrifying ideas in all of philosophy. He called it eternal recurrence. Imagine that you will live this exact life over and over again, infinitely. Every decision, every hesitation, every dream you abandoned, every morning you wasted, every conversation you were too afraid to have. If you were forced to repeat today for eternity, would you scream in agony or whisper in gratitude? Most people, if they are honest, already know the answer. The terrifying beauty of life is that it demands your full presence while offering no guarantees. No guarantee of success. No guarantee of love returned. No guarantee of a second chance. Only the guarantee of an ending. And yet most people will spend more energy decorating the surface of their lives than actually building them. You don't have to be most people. Your second life does not begin when you buy something new. It does not begin when circumstances finally align or when the people around you finally understand you. It begins the moment the realization burns into your bones so deeply that you cannot go back to sleep. The moment you understand that time is not a resource you can earn back. And in that moment, something shifts permanently. You begin to live with urgency, with ferocity, with a gratitude that has teeth. You start saying no to everything that shrinks you. You start saying yes to everything that ignites you. You stop waiting for a sign. You realize you are the sign. The fact that you woke up today was the miracle you kept asking for. Regret does not arrive like a thunderstorm. It creeps, like a cold fog moving slowly across still water. A missed opportunity here, a maybe later there. A conversation you were too afraid to begin. A dream you told yourself you would chase when the timing was better. At first it feels harmless. Life still looks the same from the outside. Bills get paid. Birthdays are celebrated. Vacations are booked. But beneath the surface, something begins to rot. You smile less even when you are supposed to be happy. You feel emptier even when surrounded by people who love you. You wake up heavier each morning, carrying a sadness you cannot name or locate. This is not depression. This is not weakness. This is the slow death of a life unlived. Nietzsche believed that regret is a form of self-betrayal, the gradual realization that you wasted the only miracle you were ever given. The miracle of existing at all. And here is the part most people refuse to hear. You will not regret your failures. You will not regret the risks that did not work out. You will regret the silence, the cowardice, the days you spent doubting when you should have been moving, the version of yourself you buried to keep the peace. Look at the people around you. How many of them are already gone, even though their hearts are still beating? They move through routines they resent. They laugh at things they don't find funny. They celebrate milestones that feel empty. They are alive in the biological sense. But spiritually, they are walking graves. You feel it when you stand near them. The weight of their unlived lives pressing outward. The quiet desperation behind their eyes. The way they plan vacations like prison breaks, desperate for 1 week of breathing before returning to the suffocation they chose. Nietzsche called this the greatest tragedy. Not suffering, not death, but a life so far removed from its own truth that it no longer feels alive to the person living it. And every day you delay becoming who you were meant to be, you feed that death a little more. You hand over another piece of yourself to comfort, to fear, to the approval of people who are too afraid to live themselves. Society does not want you to wake up. An awakened person is dangerous. A person who has stopped seeking approval is ungovernable. A person who has chosen authenticity over acceptance disrupts the entire system built around keeping people small and manageable. You were told to dream big, but you were punished the moment your dreams threatened someone else's comfort. You were told you could become anything, but when you tried, you were mocked, minimized, doubted. The world loves a dreamer as long as the dream is small, safe, and quiet. Nietzsche understood this. He wrote that greatness demands a kind of exile, that authenticity requires a willingness to be misunderstood, that the path toward becoming who you truly are will always feel lonely at first, because you are walking away from everything familiar. But here is what he also believed. The pain of that exile is nothing compared to the agony of staying. A soul that betrays itself to belong will rot from within. You can decorate a cage. You can paint the bars gold. You can convince yourself the enclosure is comfortable. But a cage is still a cage. And something in you will always know the difference. Freedom is not comfortable. Freedom is not safe. Freedom is not applauded by the people still asleep. Freedom demands that you become completely responsible for your own life. Every choice, every consequence, every direction, And that level of responsibility is what keeps most people from choosing it. They tell themselves the timing isn't right, that they will start after the kids grow up, that they will begin living once they retire, that next year will be different. But time does not negotiate. It does not wait. It does not pity your excuses or acknowledge your good intentions. Nietzsche warned that if you do not confront your mortality consciously and deliberately, it will confront you through regret. And regret is not a clean wound. It festers. It rewrites your memories. It poisons every image of what could have been. You don't lose your life all at once. You lose it in invisible pieces. A day here, a decision there, a dream quietly left on a shelf until it no longer recognizes itself. The death of your first life does not come with a ceremony. No one mourns it. There are no flowers, no eulogies. No one marks the day you finally stopped performing and started becoming. It happens in silence. The moment you realize that everything you spent years chasing was never really yours. The moment you stop trying to impress people who don't know themselves. The moment you accept that the old version of you, the one who played small to survive, is never coming back. And in that silence, in that quiet collapse of everything you pretended to be, something extraordinary is born. Not a perfect version of you, not a fearless version, not a finished version, but a real version. Your second life is not about doing more. It is about doing what actually matters. It is not about being faster or louder or more impressive. It is about being truer, truer to your own nature, truer to your own vision, truer to the life only you can live. You will be misunderstood in your second life. That is not a warning. It is a guarantee. You will lose people you once believed were permanent. You will make choices that frighten the people who love you. You will take up space that used to belong to your silence, and the world will not applaud you for it. The people still asleep will resent your wakefulness. Every step you take toward authenticity will remind them of the steps they were too afraid to take. You will threaten their comfort simply by existing freely. Let them be uncomfortable. You're not here to manage their relationship with their own unlived dreams. You are not here to shrink yourself so that others can feel undisturbed. You are here to burn, to move through your time with a fierceness that leaves no doubt that you were fully present, fully real, fully alive. Nietzsche believed that the greatest sin was not suffering. Suffering is unavoidable and can even be transformed into meaning. The greatest sin was mediocrity, a life half-lived, a soul half-awake, a person who arrived on this earth with everything needed to become extraordinary and chose instead to remain ordinary because ordinary was safer. Your second life will not be without pain. It would be a lie to promise you otherwise. There will be days when fear sounds louder than hope. Days when the pull of the old life, the known life, the predictable life is almost irresistible. But remember this, pain is temporary, but regret is not. You can heal from the wounds of risk. You can recover from failure, from rejection, from the years when things did not work the way you planned. But you cannot heal from the ache of having never tried. That wound does not close. It widens. Every step you take into your second life will require you to shed something. A belief that was never yours, a relationship that required you to be less. An identity built to please an audience that was never really watching. You will grieve that old self. Of course you will. It kept you safe for a long time. It deserves to be honored, and then it deserves to be released. If you knew with absolute certainty that you had 1 year left, you would not waste another second playing small. You would stop explaining your worth to people unwilling to see it. You would stop shrinking yourself to be more digestible. You would stop waiting for the right moment because you would finally understand the right moment never arrives. It has to be claimed. You would love with both hands. You would leave the spaces that made you forget your own name. You would chase the dreams that terrify you because you would finally understand that the terrifying dreams are the only ones worth having. You would live with urgency, with gratitude, with a savage and unapologetic hunger for the one life you were given. Your second life begins not when circumstances change, not when the people around you finally understand, not when the world finally makes room for you. It begins when you change, when you decide fully and fiercely that you are finished surviving, that existing on the edges of your own life is no longer an option you are willing to choose. The first life was for them, the obligations, the expectations, the performance. The second life is for you. And the question, the only question that matters now, is not whether you will be afraid. You will be. The question is whether you will choose to live anyway. Because if you don't, you will spend the rest of your time haunted by the ghost of the life you could have lived. That ghost does not disappear. It gets louder as the years pass. But if you do, if you decide right now, in this moment, to stop pretending you have unlimited time, if you choose to burn, even briefly, even imperfectly, even without any guarantee of how it ends, you will die with nothing left inside you but gratitude. Gratitude that you did not leave this world without once showing it who you truly were. You have one life, one fragile, fleeting, irreplaceable miracle. Stop rehearsing it. Stop waiting for it to begin. Stop surviving it. Live it. Right now, right here, without apology. Your second life is waiting. And it begins the moment you stop pretending you have time. Before you go, if this reached something real inside you, drop a comment below. Say the words, I am ready to live my second life. Not tomorrow, not someday, but today. See you in the next episode.